Ever feel like you're constantly chasing a healthier lifestyle, but you just can't seem to catch it? Yeah, you are so not alone. So, today, we're going to break down exactly why that happens and how you can build a wellness routine that actually sticks by combining simple daily habits with some smart foundational nutrition. All right, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we're going to look at why staying healthy can feel like such an uphill battle. We're calling it the modern wellness gap. Then we'll get into a two-part strategy, starting with simple, powerful habits, and then figuring out how to bridge the nutrition gap in our diets. After that, we'll peek inside Pro Vitality as an example, and finally, we'll put it all together to build a routine that's truly sustainable. Okay, let's kick things off with the problem. We all want to be healthy, right? But there's often this huge gap between our best intentions and what we actually do every day. And believe me, the numbers might actually shock you. We're talking about most people missing out on key nutrients every single day. Does that sound familiar? I mean, it's a feeling most of us know way too well. You've got conflicting advice everywhere, you're trying to plan meals, you're just trying to find the time. It can feel like a full-time job. It is no wonder so many of us feel completely overwhelmed by the whole thing. And wow, this really puts it all into perspective. Get this, a staggering 90% of people don't eat the recommended 5 to 13 servings of fruits and veggies a day. That means the vast majority of us are missing out on these crucial protective nutrients every single day. And hey, it's not just about fruits and veggies either. Take a look at this. 70% of us, that's a huge number, are regularly eating foods that actually work against our health. We're getting less than 1 serving of whole grains, falling short on essential vitamins and minerals, and a lot of us even steer clear of healthy fish because, we're worried about contaminants. This right here, this is the modern wellness gap. But here's the good news. The solution doesn't start in some fancy lab. It starts with you. So let's move on and see how we can build from the ground up, because these powerful, totally free habits, they can form the absolute bedrock of your wellness routine. And you know what's great? The solution can be so simple. I mean, your whole day can be shaped by the first few things you do in the morning. Just a simple stretch, even before your feet hit the floor, knocking back a glass of water to get hydrated, and then eating a balanced breakfast. These aren't huge things, right? But man, they set such a powerful, positive tone for the rest of the day. Right, and the key is to just keep that momentum going. See, wellness isn't about that one big hour-long workout. It's really about all the little things woven into your day. It's, taking a quick walk between meetings, actually stopping to eat lunch instead of skipping it, and giving your brain a little rest now and then. It's even powering down your phone to get better sleep. These small, consistent actions are what build a truly solid foundation of health. Okay, but here's where things get a little tricky. Even if you have the best habits in the world, our modern food supply, well, it's changed in ways you might not even realize, and it's creating these nutritional shortfalls even when we're trying to do everything right. And this right here is at the heart of the problem. Think about it. To make our staple foods like white flour and white rice last longer on the shelf, the most nutrient-packed parts are literally stripped away. This means the very foundation of many diets can be nutritionally incomplete right from the start. This comparison just makes it so clear. Whole grains have these outer layers that are packed with things called lipids and sterols. These are essential fats that our cells desperately need to work right. You can almost think of them as the gatekeepers for your cells, They let the good stuff in and help get the bad stuff out. But with processed grains, boom, those layers are gone, and so are those vital nutrients. Our cells end up basically starving for what they need to be efficient. So what do we do? If our habits aren't always enough and our food has these gaps, how do we bridge that divide? Well, this is where targeted whole food nutrition can be a real game changer. Let's look at one example of how we can fill in those specific gaps we just identified. And here's a really practical example of what that can look like. Something like Pro Vitality is designed specifically to give you those missing nutrients, from whole grains, fruits, veggies, and fish, all in one simple daily packet. And I love this because it really visualizes the whole philosophy here. It all starts with nature. The essential nutrients from these whole foods are carefully extracted and then concentrated, making sure your body gets a powerful dose of what it needs to thrive every single day. All right, first up, let's talk about Tree-NN. This is designed to tackle that exact processed grain problem we were just talking about. It gives back those lipids and sterols that help your cells take in nutrients and get rid of waste. And what does that mean for you? Well, the idea is more energy, right down at the cellular level. Okay, next up, we've got something that helps tackle that 90% gap we saw earlier. This complex basically concentrates the protective power of carotenoids from a whole rainbow of fruits and vegetables. And there's great research, some from the USDA even, showing these compounds can help protect your cells and really support your immune system. And hey, remember how we talked about people being worried about contaminants in fish? Well, this is one way to get around that. An ultra pure fish oil gives you all 8 members of the omega 3 family, which are so important for your heart and brain. And by screening for over 200 potential contaminants, you can get all those amazing benefits without the stress. Of course, finding high quality wild caught fish is always another fantastic option too. And finally, think of this part as your nutritional safety net. It's a really comprehensive blend of those essential vitamins and minerals designed to fill in the little gaps that are so common in our diets today. It just makes sure your body has all those foundational building blocks it needs to work well. All right, let's tie this all together. We've talked about powerful daily habits and we've talked about targeted nutrition. Now let's see how putting them together creates a routine that's not just effective, but one you can actually stick with for the long haul. And this is probably the most important thing to remember. It's not about choosing one or the other. Real, lasting health comes from synergy. When you combine those daily habits, like moving your body and drinking water, with smart foundational nutrition, you're not just adding things up. You're creating this incredible compounding effect on your health. And I think this quote from Boston University just says it perfectly. Look, the goal is not about being perfect 100% of the time. It's about building a reliable system for yourself, a routine that's there to support you on the tough days and give you that extra boost on the good days. That's what sustainable wellness is all about. So, as we finish up here, I want to leave you with this one question. Just forget about some massive, intimidating overhaul. Instead, ask yourself this. What is one small, simple habit you can start tomorrow? Maybe it's that glass of water first thing in the morning, or maybe it's a 5-minute stretch. Whatever it is, that one small step, that's the beginning of your journey. Thanks so much for tuning in,